Hello student, last video I discussing the nucleophilic substitution reaction and SN2 mechanism. Now in this video I discuss the nucleophilic substitution reaction monomolecular mechanism means SN1 mechanism. SN1 mechanism means SN1 means monomolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. It is called as SN1 mechanism. See, the reaction between tertiary butyl bromide and hydroxide ion to give the tertiary butyl alcohol follows the first order kinetics. The rate of this reaction depends on the concentration of only one species, that is called as tertiary butyl bromide. Hence, it is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. It is called as SN1 mechanism. In this mechanism, tertiary butyl bromide react with hydroxide ion to give the tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl bromide react with hydroxide ion to give the tertiary alcohol and bromide ion. This reaction is only first order reaction. Means the rate of reaction depends on only this reaction phases. For example, tertiary butyl bromide means the rate of this reaction depends on only one phases, but in this reaction there are two phases are involved. One is the tertiary butyl bromide and one is hydroxide ion, but the rate of this reaction only depends on this tertiary butyl bromide. It is called as first order reaction. Then it is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. It is called as SN1 mechanism. SN1 mechanism. See, the rate of this reaction depends on the concentration of only one species. That is tertiary butyl bromide. Means ह्या रिॲक्शनमध्ये फक्त एकाच रिॲक्टंटवर त्या रिॲक्शनचा रेट डिपेंड असतो. म्हणजे ह्या रिॲक्शनचा रेट ऑफ रिॲक्शन कशावर डिपेंड असतो? ओनली फॉर वन पेसिस. For example, tertiary butyl bromide does not depend on the hydroxide ion. But last video I discussing the SN2 mechanism. See, SN2 mechanism. In this reaction, this is the SN2 mechanism. In this reaction, the rate of reaction depends on this methyl bromide and OH. म्हणजे ह्या रिॲक्शन रेट कशावर डिपेंड असतो? ह्या दोन्ही रिॲक्टंट पेशीसवर डिपेंड असतो. दॅट्स वाय इट इज कॉल्ड as second order reaction. But in this SN1 reaction, the rate of reaction only depends on this only one species. Then it is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. The rate is equal to K, means rate constant, methyl bromide, tertiary bromide. Then in this reaction, rate does not depend on the concentration of nucleophile. In this reaction, this is the electrophile, this is the OH minus, means negative charge is there. That is called as electron rich species. This is called as electron rich species. That's why in this reaction OH minus is the nucleophile. And this species is called as electrophile. See, in this reaction, rate does not depends on the concentration of nucleophile, that is OH minus. Means rate does not depend on this species OH minus, means OH minus is the nucleophile. That's why rate does not depend on this OH minus ions. The tertiary butyl bromide reacts with OH minus ion by a two-step mechanism. In slow step, breaking the CX bond. Means this reaction there are two steps. There are two steps. First step is the, see, in slow step, means there are two steps. In this two step, slow step is the breaking of CX bond. breaking of CX bond in the substrate, and first step is the forming the bond with carbon and nucleophile. This is SN1 mechanism is represented by. Means this reaction is there are two steps. This reaction is there are two steps. Then in this two step, slow step is the breaking of bond. Slow step is the breaking of CX bond. Means breaking of this CX. X means any halogen. Breaking of this CX bond. This is the, there are two step reaction. First step is the breaking of CX bond. It is the slow step. It is the slow step, and first step is the formation of carbon and nucleophile. Carbon and nucleophile. See, this reaction is the two-step reaction. First step is the tertiary butyl bromide. Means this carbon and bromide, breaking of this bond. This is the slow step. Then formation of bromide ion and cation intermediate. There are two steps. First step, one step, second. First step is the breaking of this C and halogen bond. C and halogen bond. This is the slow step reaction and formation of intermediate. And second step is the, this intermediate react with nucleophile to form the alcohol. To form the tertiary butyl alcohol. First step is the breaking of this carbon and bromide bond, and second step is the reaction between this intermediate. Means this is the plus charge means electrophile, react with OH minus ions means nucleophile. Reaction between, second step is the reaction between this electrophile and this nucleophile, formation of tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol. This is the SN1 reaction mechanism. SN1 reaction mechanism. It is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. It is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Why called unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction? In this reaction, the rate of reaction depends on only one basis. Rate of reaction depends on only one basis, and in this reaction there are two steps. There are two steps. One step is the breaking of CX bond, and for second step is the formation of bond between electrophile and nucleophile, then formation of alcohol. Means SN1 reaction mechanism is the main point is the SN1 reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction. Main points is that there are two-step reaction. There are two-step reaction, and but rate of reaction depends on only one basis. Rate of reaction depends on only one basis. Rate of reaction does not depends on nucleophile. Rate of reaction does not depends on nucleophile. This is the main points of nucleophilic SN1 mechanism. And last video, see the SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction. In this reaction, the main point is the, in this reaction only one step reaction. SN2 reaction, only one step reaction. It is called as bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction, and the rate of reaction depends on both bases. Rate of reaction depends on both bases. One is the bromide, another is the nucleophile. Means the rate of reaction depends on two bases and only one step reaction. It is called a SN2 reaction. And SN1 reaction, rate of reaction depends on only one basis. There are two-step process. There are two-step process. And in SN2 reaction mechanism, the formation of transition state. In reaction mechanism, SN2 reaction mechanism, formation of transition state. It is the pentacoordinate. It is the pentacoordinate. It is formation of transition state. But SN1 reaction mechanism does not form the transition state. It is form the intermediate. Difference between transition state and intermediate. SN1 reaction mechanism, formation of cation intermediate, and SN2 reaction mechanism, formation of transition state. Formation of transition. Here formation of transition state, and here formation of intermediate.